Success come through it since the mid-2010s, as well as a few Lombardi trophies. It's GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Not a kicker or a puncher here, Brock. It's safety Justin Reed to get this one going. And we're off from Arrowhead. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They run. Here's Dobbins. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Back to throw. Here's Herbert. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
I think you're seeing why they like this guy in coverage, man. He reacts well to throws and is so adept in breaking up passes right through contact or before they ever reach the target.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Now Herbert to throw. He's on the move. Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Here's the first give to Gus Edwards. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Chiefs territory. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
From the pistol, it's Herbert. A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. Nick Bolton has it. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
1st and 10 from the 41.
Hey, 57 colors. Return!
Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And his charge towards the line, that's right around 3 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Second down now, 7 to go. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Taking a big shot for the end zone. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
Well, I think the defense coaches in coverage, breathing a sigh of relief. There was space right there. If that throw came 1 second earlier, that was going to be 6.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. And they're going to stop him after he runs it inside the 35. 6 yards on the play gives them 4th and short. We'll see what they choose to do.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
Less than a yard needed here on 4th.
Yellow. Right side.
And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Come on now. Was there any doubt who they were going to go to right there? That was always going to be a run play. No problem converting on 4th.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Right side.
Pacheco gets it from the gun. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
The second down run by Pacheco. And his gain is stopped on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. It's the end of the first in this AFC West showdown. Couple of zeros on the board right now. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. Second quarter about to get underway, and an opportunity to score here for the Chiefs. Going to the ground again on first. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. From the gun, Piran. And he pushes them a little closer to the 3. It's 2 yards up. Now it'll be second and goal.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Chiefs get the game's first points here in the second. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do, but to do it this early.
The kicker gets it. Oh, it looks like he's going to throw it. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Could have been 7 if they'd tried the point after, but instead, they only call on him to boot this away. Chooses to bring this one out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a first and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's second and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's second and 1. From the 32. To his back, J.K. Dobbins. Has room down the left Touchdown, LA! The Chargers tie it in the final minute of the half. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers take the lead on that successful kick. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Fielded at the 7. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He lets one fly deep downfield. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Come back! Yellow! Where's it?
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. He's trying another one deep. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Chargers are finally stopped on the return, but they'll still take over on the edge of the red zone. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance, and an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
1st and 10, here's Herbert. Escapes the pocket. And he'll go down here at the 16. Offense up to the line fast.
21. Go.
From the 16. That's complete to Dobbins. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
He keeps it himself. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Edwards. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Chargers will add to their lead at the end of the half. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
Dicker tacks on the extra point. And the Chargers grow their lead to 8. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. McCole Hardman now on the return. He takes a pop, and the ball comes out. And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense.
These guys are flying down the field. Reminds me of the guys in Braveheart. But different than Braveheart, these guys got two things on their mind. Number one, get the returner down. And number two, try to separate the ball if they can. It's rare that it happens, but boy, is it big when it does.
Brown's kick is up and good. And it's now a two-possession game as the lead grows to 11.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Hardman with a return. Return's looking good so far. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Yellow.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Stopped by Deion Henley. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Yellow.
Slot man in motion left. Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He picks up 28 on the play. And it'll be first down, Kansas City. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. Cuts it to the right sideline. Touchdown, Kansas City! The Chiefs cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. Yeah. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
And this play will not reach the end zone. He's held out, and they will not take another 2 points off that lead. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Choosing to bring it out deep in the end zone. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Beginning on the ground here with Dobbins. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
On 2nd down, here's Dobbins. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Justin Reed with the tackle. Offense in the hurry up here. 3rd down, run by Dobbins. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it brings up an LA first down. To the air this time, Herbert. That's a catch for Hayden Hurst. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers push their lead further to start the half. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this two-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chargers push the lead up to 12. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Hardman with a return. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Pickup of 2 here. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
Breaks the tackle, still going. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's the Chiefs in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is reachable. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. They send a receiver in motion right. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Adds just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
He's got it in the red zone. And he will get this to the end zone for a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs now within 1 score in the 4th. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. A 2nd touchdown through the air for him, Brock, and independent of the game situation, we both know he's going to be happy to leave the field with 2 of them in 1 game.
1 touchdown, you just might be right time, right place, but 2
pushing for the end zone, and he lost the football. It's knocked loose. And the fumble recovery is made. They got a touchdown, but that is only half the job. Still got to get this kick back and score another. And no problem for the Chargers. They cover it up.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Running behind center with Edwards. He breaks a tackle, and he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Working quickly here. On the ground, it's Edwards again. And he's able to get this down to the 36. That's good for 7 yards. And the Chargers will have a first. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. First down, ball at the 36.
Set. Set.
Herbert from the gun. On target to Dobbins. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
5-9.
They've got a man in motion.
Ready.
A give to Dobbins out of the shotgun. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. Nothing for him on that play as we've hit the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Again, they'll run with Dobbins. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. So after the 2-minute warning, another stoppage here. The defense is calling time, 1:55 to go.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react.
And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers now lead by 10. So he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. You know, kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your big people around you, and when a quarterback trusts his tight end like that, it makes a difference.
Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Chargers drive their lead to 11.
Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Has this at the 6. Returns looking good so far. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Looking to throw Mahomes. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Chargers put together a wonderful return. Gets them back inside the 40 following the interception.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right, you've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Ram. Go.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target and make a play on it.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Hits his running back. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone.
Hey, go.
Clock working against him here as they hurry to that line. Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line.
Ram.
Working fast as the clock ticks towards 0. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. He intercepts it. That is oh no, lateral, and it's loose. They'll recover, still with it. And the Chargers take possession with a touchdown on the brain. They're already inside the red zone at the 15. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock, but now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. 1st and goal now as they try to pad this lead. Dobbins. And he's across for the touchdown. And that flag is not going to stop this celebration. celebration. They know that's an offsides call. For a second, looked like the Chargers offense was coming off, but no, coaches say stay out there. We're going for 2. Herbert's gonna look to throw for this. Oh, and he's got a man open, complete! And he made the line of scrimmage, but not that goal line. Defense there to shut down that 2-point attempt. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Trying to push it deep downfield. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play. Tried connecting with Xavier Worthy there. And now it's 2nd down. Mahomes. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining. Travis Kelce, the intended target. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Trying to push it deep downfield. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Picked by Alohi Gilman. And the Chargers will take over along the midfield stripe after the interception and return. The outcome's decided here, but we got a timeout with 2 seconds on the clock so they can think it over before their final play. All right, this is going to be the final play of the game.
21. Set.
Herbert on 1st down. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball, left side. And this is into the end zone, but incomplete. It was a win no matter
Good game,
what.
good game, good game, good game.
Hey, let's try for another touchdown to knee it out. Either way, this one's over. So the Chargers take this one on the road.
Y'all hear how he was talking, y'all? Yeah, he was talking some shit, right? Talk about being by 8 and this and that and third, man. He got the better team, way better team, but he lost to a defense full of rookies. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I feel like that right there was bullshit. I let him have it, but you know what I'm saying? This is a whole skill issue. It's a skill issue. And he needs to go back to the drawing boards and go to practice mode and keep practicing. That's it. Practice. Or practice. That's me perfect. All right, y'all enjoy. I hope y'all enjoy for I don't know why I be saying enjoy at the end of the game, but I hope y'all enjoyed though. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if y'all niggas are new.